Namaste. Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome. Monday morning. This is never a time that I am on YouTube. Monday mornings, I'm usually heading into the store to do some readings. So welcome. For those of you that just are wandering around and find me here, my name is Sadhana. Hi, I'm an intuitive reader and healer. And today I'm here doing a tarot tag. I'm doing a response to Pappa Squirrel. And Pappa Squirrel started a series called Tarot Vlogmas. Yule Vlogmas. Help me get the right. I'm not sure what the right title is. It's in the description box. And today I'm answering the middle 10 prompts. So prompt 11 to 20. And I'm hoping that there will be some of you in the chat that can pop in and share some of your responses as well too. Hello, Donna Thompson. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Thank you for strolling by this morning. And I know I was going to be on 15 ago, but I just, this is not a usual time for me to be here. Anyway, welcome. Happy to be here and share these responses with you. And I thought I would just dive right into it, and then we can kind of chat as we go along. And if you haven't seen my first 10 responses, maybe I'll link them later in the description box below. So welcome. This is such a lovely time of year. Things are starting to get a bit crazy around my house, and I've realized I need to cancel some appointments tomorrow and the next day because family is arriving and my energy is shifting. And I think some of the prompts today really kind of dive into that energy. And so I'll share some of that with you and how I also manage when things are shifting, because I love my work and it really, really fulfills me. And I feel really blessed that I can do what I love and love what I do. So whether I am here on YouTube or I'm working privately with clients individually in my home or online, I get to do this all the time, right? So it's a blessing and it's a gift, but it does require silence in my home and space. And so when the family starts to descend, there's a shift in energy. And I've been feeling that starting to arise. And when I say that, I'm thinking of my tarot card for the year, which is really interesting, which is the Tower. And I haven't had a major explosion this year. Nothing really. There's been some interesting shifts in my energy body, interesting shifts in my life and my lifestyle. But yeah, so let's get to 11, gingerbread. Gingerbread. So what should you indulge in? And I'm going to answer these personally, because they're personal, very personal prompts. And we've got a few more people. Sorry, I had the banner thing up. I didn't see all of you lovely people arrive. Dee is here as well too. Hi, Dee. And Ananda Dita Mitai, hello. And 2 Donnas in the house. Burning Dreamer 13, I forget your name. Do I have it written down? Burning Dreamer 13. I think you used to view my channel, and then I'm going to say several months ago, I started this list so I would remember everybody's name. And Burning Dreamer 13, I'm sure I don't remember your name. So if you want to let me know, you can write that into the chat. And I'm going to add you to this lovely list of mine. Burning Dreamer 13. So welcome to you. Susanna, hello. Love the music that's there. Virginia. Okay, I'm going to double check and see if I have that, because I feel like I have that on my list somewhere. Anyway, hello to Hannah as well too. Anybody that I missed, namaste. Okay, what should you indulge in? Whatever makes you happy. Whatever makes you happy and fulfilled. For those of you that read the tarot, you know all about the Devil card and these restrictions that we place on ourselves. The energy of the Devil is associated with Capricorn. We're shifting into the energy of Capricorn, right, in the next day or two. And we can feel extremely guilty and pressured to do what we are supposed to do, or eat what our family traditionally wants to eat. Now, I might take this in a different direction. So I don't want to eat a big turkey dinner full of carbs and gravy. I want to eat a vegan dinner with lovely, slightly cooked, crispy vegetables and all kinds of yummy things. And for me, that is indulgence. Indulgence is to do what I want to do. So I'm going to make sure that even though I have guests coming this year, and I'm going to cook some meat, that what I want to indulge in is abundant. And that makes me happy. What else I indulge in? I indulge in candles, and I indulge in the music that I want to listen to. The kind of, perhaps it's a little more spiritual Christmas music that I want to listen to. So the whole idea with balancing the devil energy and not struggling with the Capricorn energy associated with the tarot is to find joy, your joy, and give yourself permission to live in joy. That is the right of the second chakra, and that is what the devil card is all about. We need to find that balance. And so make sure that you find that spark within yourself and really, really have a good time this holiday season. Okay. I love that. Okay, I'm going to go to the next banner. Rudolph. And please feel free to add in the chat or the comments later, any of these prompts that feel that like you would like to speak to. What light do you bring to the darkness? I think that whether it's family, so I'm thinking of the kids and their partners and so forth, or whether I'm with my family, or even with people that I don't know really well, I feel at home with, and I might use the word God, not with everybody, but with the magic. And I completely 100% trust in the magic. And so what light I bring is that I bring the light. I bring a ray of magic. I might spark somebody with a word of inspiration, or a little bit of an encouragement to make them feel stronger and to keep going forward. There might be some truth in that they don't want to hear, but I think the light that I bring is, it's a little bit of hope through magic. So I don't know. You might have another view of me, and I'm totally open to whatever you want to put in the chat, but I feel like that's my light for sure. Donna. That's beautiful. And yes, so please, the chat's not too busy, so I'll keep an eye on these things that you're sharing, the various meals, and love it. And thank you, sweetheart. I really appreciate that, Donna. That's kind words. Okay, number 13. Here we go. Scrooge. So first of all, this is not an energy that I'm comfortable in, right? So Scrooge energy is restrictive, right? It feels cold, right? It doesn't move very much. And I am not at home in this energy. And so sometimes in this season, you can be around this energy, right? Scrooge is restrictive. Rudolph, if you like, is expansive. Okay, so if there's anything Scrooge about me, where could you use more? Oh, this is a lot about love. Okay, but the whole idea of Scrooge, right, is one of restriction, and that's not an energy that I'm comfortable at all. Where could you use more love? Either to have or to give. To have or to give. I read this question over and over, and I just skipped past it because I couldn't think of anything. Because I'm open. I'm open with my love. And so where could I use more love? I suppose if there was one thing that I could ask the whole wide world is that they and I really feel this is coming from a place of love in everyone, is that people, and this has to do with Scrooge, so this is kind of cool. And also think of that image of the Grinch, right? So that Scroogey image in the Dr. Seuss film or the book. When we restrict our heart, right? So when we restrict our heart, so the Grinch's heart was too small. And then later on in the book, you know how it expanded and it kind of broke out of that box. Well, my prayer, my wish is that everyone could express their love and not hold back out of fear of being rejected or out of fear of not saying the perfect thing. That would be amazing if people could have the confidence and trust that expressing love is it's just so, it's freeing, right? It's freeing. It's the opposite of that Scrooge energy. So that's where I could use more love, where a stranger wouldn't worry if they smiled at me that I would think something bad, or they were flirting excessively, or if somebody wanted to touch me on the shoulder, or a customer really wanted a hug, that they wouldn't reach out and give me a hug for fear that I would think it inappropriate. I mean, you can ask, right? So that's where I could use more love. Open, honest expression of emotion. Yeah. And not always positive either, right? Okay. Hello, Clevis. Namaste. Scrooge was a dampened soul. I'm sorry, I don't have my computer in it's kind of in a wiggly spot this morning. Scrooge was a damaged soul that spirits visited because they knew he could be saved. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, Hannah. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so number 14. Ready? Number 14. By the way, the tree behind me is going to get decorated in the next couple of days. Ornament. What holds you up that you don't think enough about? Well, I practice a lot of gratitude. You know, my mothers, who have both crossed over, definitely hold me up a lot. My whole history holds me up. The divine holds me up. What holds you up that you don't think enough about? I honestly don't know the answer to that question. My physical body holds me up, and I'm always mindful of the choices, be they healthy or not so healthy or toxic. So I'm very, very aware of what holds me up. I also want to say that my partner holds me up, and if there's a blah, 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 if there is a challenge. So we don't live together. He lives across the street. It's really funny. That's how we met. He's my neighbor. And so I have a lot of strength, right? Pretty strong woman. And I have to allow him to hold me up. So I think that might be a really good answer to this question. Sometimes it's okay to let others hold you up. So yeah. So maybe I will. That's something that I can share with him. Is that I really, really appreciate it when he holds me up. And that doesn't mean trying to fix things. That just means holding space or physically being available to lean into. You know, that meditation that I do where I have, I'm sure you've all heard it at one time or another, but when we're doing a grounding meditation and lying on the grass or lying on the earth or the floor, and you allow your whole weight of your body to sink into the earth and in extension, the Divine Mother, and know that this energy of being held is always there for you. She's always holding us. And so when I think about this, I want to think about maybe offering this to you as well, too, to either the Divine Mother or your partner, you know, like leaning in and allowing yourself to be held. Allow yourself to be held. Allow the kids to do it their way, you know, so the supper isn't maybe exactly what you want, but allow others to support. So yeah, so that's one. I need to flip back and forth between the comments here. Yes, to allowing our partner, good others. Thanks, Anna. Yes, and Six of Pentacles is a great card to reflect on for this question for sure. Okay, so let's go on number 15, SLEIGH. SLEIGH. I am going to answer this question in a really odd way. A really odd way. I'm going to say that this tarot deck. So when did we start the Marielle series? I feel like it was August or September. And I've always loved the energy of the sevens in this deck. And the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Cups, those two dogs. So here's the Chariot in this card. And so what I want to say simply is that, and for those of you that aren't aware of this, I'll share in just one second. I'm just going to grab the cards. Is that in going back and studying this deck again, I'm reminded of what it takes to go forward. What it takes to go forward. And I've always thought of the Chariot as a very fiery card. You know, sometimes I think of the Chariot like kind of this energy. This is the Ten of Wands in the Marielle Tarot. But the way that Marie White discusses the Marielle, and by the way, we haven't finished the series. It's still ongoing. We have a couple more weeks before we dive into the next step, which is the Hush Tarot, which is really funny because I have an aversion to the Hush Tarot. And kind of as tongue-in-cheek, I put it in the poll for the next deck deep dive. And sure enough, it was between Dreaming Way and the Hush Tarot, and between Facebook and YouTube, you people picked the Hush Tarot. So I have to dive into to this deck. So I have done a little bit of a mini dive before. I kind of studied it when I did that Compassion series last year. Yeah. Anyway, so this is the Seven of Wands in the Marielle, the white dog with the green eyes. And this is the Seven of Cups. And Marie White talks about, and if you, so this is the white sphinx, the white horse, this is the black horse, the black sphinx, and so forth. And in order to go forward, in order to really charge forward on our path, we need to take both with us. We always have to have both with us, and they need to be with us in a way that is balanced. And so that means complete and utter acceptance of your darkness. It means that you're always working with it. You're always processing it. And, you know, it's there. It's part of who you are. It's part of your story, as is your strength, your power, your will, your connection with the divine masculine energy. So you can simply look at this as well too, as your relationship between God and Goddess. So both together and always, but also that's a recognition of their inseparability. And when I started 2021, I was studying, and I meant to carry this through the whole year. I'm going to have to, not have to, I am going to carry this through for 2022, a particular book about Shakti that I'm studying. And there's a very long 120 sloka mantra that I'm studying. And one of the realizations of that particular study is that we cannot separate Shiva from Shakti. They are inseparable. They're always together. And so in answering this in one sentence, how has the Chariot been impactful to you this year, is that the understanding of the strength of the Shiva Shakti energy riding together, always in balance, has just really been amplified. So that's my answer. Okay. And it's funny, we're talking about Chariot energy, and you say, I'm moving. Maybe I'm moving forward. Okay, next one. Number 16. Ready? Snowball. Snowball. Oh, I used to. So I raised my younger 3 children in Whistler. Whistler is a ski resort. It is a place in Canada where there is snow in the winter, an abundance of snow in the winter usually, and love Snowball. So now I need to tie in the thread of what is the connection between Snowball and protection. Well, in a snowball fight, right, you're protecting your side of the fort. You are protecting, right? The snowball it's a kind of a weapon, I suppose. Interesting. Then I'm thinking of snow globes behind me in the lower part of this altar I've created for the season. I have a nativity snow globe, and maybe on Friday I'll take off my my camera off the computer, and I'll show you in detail what I've built behind me. Okay, so what do I protect? I protect my beliefs. I protect my well, I am a mama bear, for goodness sake. I protect my children, and I protect the right. I protect the right to be different. I protect those who can't speak up for themselves. So this could be something as simple as hearing somebody say something, inappropriate, and I am not afraid to let them know that that was inappropriate. So sorry, I just got something in my eye. So I really do. I have no qualms about, regardless of who that other person is, to let them know that they spoke out of turn. Hush Tarot is both fascinating and creepy. Yeah, we're going to have fun with this, aren't we? We're going to have a lot of fun. Okay, let's go on because I have to go to work outside today. All of them except the really commercial ones, you know, the commercial ones that talk about, you know, like I don't like Santa Baby. Santa Baby drives me crazy. I mean, it's funny, and if you look at it historically, I suppose. But the songs that the Christmas, any Christmas carol that makes me see and feel the light. I love the Christmas carols that are sung by the pentatonics, the beatboxing group. I love those ones. The tenors, any of the ones done by the tenors, I love, whether it's Ella Fitzgerald or Aretha Franklin. Oh Holy Night, oh my God, Oh Holy Night just makes my heart soar. Love that sung well. I recently, on a Christmas CD that was saved in my car, listened to the prayer by somebody that I hadn't heard do it before, and it was just beautiful. And I know the prayer is not a Christmas carol, but anyway, yeah. So, Oh Holy Night, Silent Night, love those very, very much. Yeah, always enjoyed Christmas carols. When I was a kid, used to go out and do Christmas caroling. Did Christmas caroling as an adult. In university, I was in a sorority, and the sorority did a lot of Christmas caroling. We went around to senior centers, and I loved that. That was so much fun. We did a lot of singing in that group. So yeah, I've always loved singing and Christmas carols. So if you come to my house, you get to hear me sing a lot. Yeah. Okay, 18, stalking. Coventry Carol. Yes, that is beautiful. There's and there's a few older ones too. There's a couple of Canadian ones that are very haunting and mysterious that I love. You don't hear them very often. Okay, who? This is very much like the Scrooge question. Who or what do you cling to? I feel like I've spoken to this already. Stalking. Stalking. Who or what do I cling to? I cling to my strength. I cling to my strength. You know what I cling to? If I am feeling vulnerable, if I am feeling weak, I cling to one of two of my malas. And I go into private space, or sometimes if I can't be in private space, I will, I'll just be silently reciting the mantra that is associated with that particular mala. So if I'm feeling, if I'm feeling invaded or uncomfortable, I will dive into mantra. So yeah, so I do. I cling to my malas. What else do I cling to? Breath. There's a big breath. These are strategies, right? That I've learned over the years. Instead of reacting, or instead of running, or instead of just kind of dive into some tools that have worked over the years. Yeah. Love that you're sharing some of your big pipe organ. And I also love the Celtic. I used to have a Celtic Christmas CD, and maybe I'll try that on Spotify later. Celtic Christmas playlist. Love that as well too. Okay, number 19. Ready? Number 19. Okay. How? How? The kids so far have always come home. Um, I don't think any of the kids have ever missed a Christmas at mom's because mom does it so well. And we celebrate by doing everything together. So we cook together. And I mentioned, if we're making vegan or vegetarian dishes, they require a lot of slicing and dicing. Then I make this really amazing nut loaf, and sometimes I do a lentil loaf, and it requires a lot of, it's quite laborious to put these things together. So we celebrate by, we start cooking 48 hours ahead, so all of the prepping is done, and we celebrate in the kitchen, and we sing and we dance and we chop and we share and we talk and talk and talk and talk. We play games. We play a lot of games, a lot of card games. We play a game called Unif. I think it's spelled EUNIF. This came through, my son learned it when he was at university. We play Remoli. We play Hearts. Yeah, so we play cards and we play games. And on Christmas Day, we always go for a walk, and usually we walk in our Christmas onesies. So most of us have onesies that have a Christmas theme to them. Not all the partners have Christmas onesies. We have to take care of that at some point. And we go down to the beach and we take photos, silly photos on the beach, of everybody in their Christmas onesies. So that's always good fun. Yeah, we do a lot. We do a lot of walking and taking photos outside, and Amber's always a part of that as well too. Amber's my dog, for those of you that don't know. I see the word Kwanzaa there. So last year I was a little bit late to the party, and I'm not sure if I was Oyas Girls channel or Veronica Rose's channel. I saw it on first. But the series that was following the precepts of Kwanzaa and doing one post a day, I was really moved by. So this year I will be celebrating Kwanzaa as well too, and just really loved the principles of Kwanzaa. And so I will be lighting a black candle on, I believe it's for Umoja, on the 26th, and then lighting a candle every day. And I'm hoping that I will go live on YouTube for a short time to share with you my reflections on Kwanzaa. Yeah. If you hear something shaking, I think my washing machine is on the spin cycle. Okay, let me go back. I see there's a couple new comments. It's really funny. It's really funny. And we all look absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. Okay. So 19, 20. So this is the last one for today. Well, obviously joy, because of connection. This is a season that creates connection and brings people home. I have lost. I have lots of loss in this season. So yesterday was my birth mother's birthday, and she died recently. And my mother, the one that I grew up with, she died at the solstice. She died on the solstice in 2012. So big swallow here. And so for me, part of lighting the candles at solstice is for these women who were the light of my life. And just saying that out loud, I can feel it in my heart. I can feel, yeah, it hurts. It hurts no matter how spiritual you are, no matter, I mean, I talk to my mother pretty much every day. Just let her know And of course, I wish she were here. I wish she were here. I wish she could get to know her grandchildren as they are growing up and be present for their future milestones. But they are here in spirit. So, and yeah, everything I've shared with you already, right? This is a beautiful season. It's fun. It's full of connection, and like going way back. My father was the year that he died. He died in January, but he was really sick during the whole Christmas season. And I also have lots of surrogate adult parents and friends that died during this season. But the light is really important for me, and acknowledging and um, sharing memories and so forth brings joy. So it's definitely a season. It's definitely a season of joy. And so I light candles for all of them. And I don't say their all of their names every day, but it reminds me, I want to say the gift both of my mothers, both of them did Christmas really well. And so they both are my light very much, and bring the memories of all that they taught me, um, and what I didn't know my birth mother's mother, but my grandmother's from my adoptive family, especially my mother's mother. I just have so many funny memories of her and her traditions, and the flaming plum pudding. Oh my God, it was such a big deal. Making the brandy sauce. So that was her job. She made the brandy sauce, poured it on the plum pudding, and she was usually had a few cocktails in her by this time. And she would light the flaming plum pudding and proudly bring it into the table. And I really love all those memories. So yeah. So it's joy. Joy, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the chat, and then I'm gonna sign off and head off to the store to do some readings. It's part of life, Hannah. It's all, yeah, we move on, and we learn to feel their connection in spirit. Yeah, bittersweet. It's not an easy time, and we all, we just support one another and remember those who loved us dearly. And Donna's dad passed on Christmas Day in 98. Mm. Yeah, that's a big day. It's a big day. But maybe passing on a spiritually, I want to say, enriched day makes the crossing easier. Maybe. I've heard that the crossing is not easy. Um, yes, it is. It's hard to lose a loved one's physical presence. All right, so I'm going to be back on the 31st, I believe, to do the final 11 prompts. And I'm going to be on a lot during the holiday season. At least that's my intention. And so tomorrow I have my usual 2 lives, card comparisons, which is coming to an end. And then card comparisons is shifting into a Lenormand study. And then I have my live readings. Wednesday, we have Marielle, and I'm not going to be on Friday, but I will. There's a bunch of things already. You can see what's coming up on my channel. I have lots and lots of thumbnails already posted. So if you go to the main page, you can see what's coming up. And there's a few that aren't posted already, but I'll get those up there soon. Okay, so enjoy. Have a lovely day. And I'll see you all very soon. And thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing your songs, your stories, your food, and everything else. Bye, everybody. Blessings.